In the ultimate face-off between weight and sneakiness, here's a question for you. Can a super buff weightlifter outdo a sleek and skilled fighter? Imagine this guy who practically lives at the gym, eating up weights like their breakfast and tipping the scales at 400 pounds. Now, let's pit him against the little powerhouse of a pro fighter, standing at just 5 feet 6 inches and 200 pounds. The result? Well, surprise. Surprise, being big doesn't always mean you'll come out on top. It turns out that all those hours spent lifting weights won't magically make you a ninja in the ring. But wait, who needs common sense when we've got the real deal in today's video? Get ready for a shocker. Having gigantic muscles doesn't guarantee a victory in the boxing ring. Meet Rousmar Palhares, a guy who's pretty much built like a human fire hydrant. They call him Tree Stump, and that's a spot-on nickname when you size him up. Now, here's the catch: he's not only strong, but he's also got a bit of an attitude problem. This guy has been kicked out of more fighting gigs than you can shake a stick at because he just won't let go of those submission moves. When he went head-to-head with Emil Meek, Palhares, counting on his muscles and Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills, thought he had everything under control. But, surprise, surprise, in the first round, Meek throws a takedown that catches Palhares off guard. Suddenly, pure strength isn't cutting it. Meek, channeling the spirit of every fighter who felt wronged by Palhares, holds his ground. Palhares throws elbow strikes, but Meek takes them like a champ. This fight makes a clear point: it's not just about being a powerhouse. Skill and technique can outsmart even the beefiest opponents. So, Palhares, maybe it's time to reconsider that submission strategy. Just some food for thought. Meet Bradley Martin, the guy everyone's been buzzing about lately. Weighing in at 260 pounds, Bradley has become quite the sensation. His claim to fame? Turning the tables to professional fighters with a bold question. Could he take them down in a street fight? Well, the tables have turned on Bradley this time. In a recent encounter, he found himself at the mercy of a skilled brown belt in jiu-jitsu. This seasoned fighter may not have been going all out, giving it only 10% effort, but Bradley Martin would have a tough time against any genuine professional. Safe to say, if there's a bet on the line, putting your money on the pro would be a solid choice. Imagine a scenario where a bodybuilder, let's call him Maestro, decides to hit the gym. Now, if this gym is home to some skilled folks, things won't turn out well for him. Here comes our hero, strutting in with a black belt and sass, thinking he's all that. But reality hits hard. The trained fighter in the gym uses his fancy over hooks and butterfly hooks to dance around the muscle-bound challenger. Sure, the dude has muscles, but when it comes to actual skill, it's a one-sided affair. The outcome? Well, let's just say, it's not in favor of our overconfident Maestro. Conor McGregor's coach, Rody, faced off against a bodybuilder in a grappling match. It turned out to be a walk in the park for Rody. He effortlessly executed a white belt sweep on the bodybuilder, a move that works well against those who aren't skilled fighters. Rody then smoothly passed the guard, swung over to the far side, and seized the opportunity to find his opponent's neck. Despite being lifted, Roddy's chokehold was relentless, and the man couldn't escape. The outcome was a locked choke, leading to a tap out. Meet Bob Sapp, the heavyweight champ of taking punches. He's like a human punching bag on legs. Surprisingly, he pulls off wins from time to time, but watching it is like seeing a mix of sadness and humor. This big guy, almost on the verge of tears, makes you wonder if he's genuinely into the sport or just putting on a performance. Now, there's talk about whether Sapp was intentionally losing his fights, but this time, it's the real deal. Mirko Cro Cop, a powerhouse who hits like a speeding train and kicks with enough force to shake the ground, steps into the ring against Sapp. Anything from Cro Cop's left side signals trouble for his opponents. Despite Sapp's imposing physique, those muscles couldn't shield him from the fury of Cro Cop, leading to a broken orbital bone. It's a tough break for the giant with a heart for the game, leaving fans questioning the true nature of this brutal bout. A muscular bodybuilder, confident in his strength, decided to test his skills against a woman with a purple belt. He thought it would be entertaining, but little did he know, he was about to learn a lesson. As they sparred, she skillfully snapped him down, swiftly took his back, and expertly secured a rear naked choke. No matter how many dumbbell curls he could do, his brain still needed oxygen and blood to function. In the end, the buff guy got a surprise, defeated by the agility and technique of a determined girl. It just goes to show, strength alone doesn't always guarantee success in the world of martial arts. Get ready for an epic showdown between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert Pedro Sau and the powerhouse bodybuilder, Lance Bachelor. This clash had all the makings of a nail-biter. Lance, with muscles that could scare off a grizzly bear, not only flexed his strength, but also played a bit dirty. Even after taking some hard hits, including a brutal combo and a quick kick to his massive leg, Lance showed he was a tough opponent. But Pedro, the strategic mastermind, spotted his chance when Lance ended up on his back, revealing a lack of finesse. In a not-so-pretty move, Pedro locked in an armbar, dealing with some antics from the beefy rule breaker. It might not have been the slickest victory, but Pedro emerged as the winner, turning the tables on the muscle-packed troublemaker. So, I know quite a bit about fighting, but I'm not really in the loop when it comes to the lifting scene. It seems there's a distinction between bodybuilders and strongmen. Take Brian Shaw, for example. You can easily see he's a strong man. Surprisingly, he's also a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt and a well-known professional fighter like Dustin Poirier. Now, here's the tricky part. Dustin is on top of Brian, and that poses a problem that not many can solve. When they start grappling, Dustin skillfully distributes his weight to avoid being overturned. Once Dustin gets to Brian's back, it's game over. Imagine a fight that felt like Mackenzie Dern was playing the part of a little kid going up against Gabby Garcia, the giant. The size difference was impossible to miss. Dern, who's good at Brazilian jiu-jitsu, went head-to-head with Garcia, who looked about 3 times bigger than her. But here's the interesting part. Dern didn't let the size difference get to her. Nope, she took control by pulling off some slick moves from the bottom position. And let me tell you, this wasn't Dern facing off against a beginner. Now, even though Dern ended up winning, it wasn't a piece of cake. If Garcia wasn't as skilled, Dern might have finished the match way quicker than you can say submission. The fight turned out to be more evenly matched than you'd think, proving that size isn't everything in the world of martial arts. As we end today's video, we eagerly await your feedback and thoughts about the content we presented. Your opinion matters greatly to us, so don't hesitate to share it in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it valuable, we would greatly appreciate it if you could show your support by giving us a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to our channel to stay updated with our latest content. If you find the information we provide useful, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they can benefit from it too. Make sure to press the bell icon to receive notifications about our upcoming videos. Until then, stay tuned, take care, and thank you for being a part of our community.